Razabani for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm delighted to have with me Team Adam Booth, Team Shannon Courtenay, Team Harlem Eubank, Team Mick Conlan, Team Josh Kelly, Team Ellie Scotney, Mr. Huzaifah Iqbal. Firstly, Huzaifah, how are we doing?
Alhamdulillah, good, thank you. Good. Fight week, baby. So ready to rock and roll Saturday, Ellie Scotney's fight week, and looking to get the show on the road.
I wasn't asking you how's the bubble, but you've obviously been here before, but how's the setup in here? Great, isn't it?
Wicked. Yeah, this is my third or fourth time in the bubble. I think third time specifically at Wembley, and setup's perfect. I mean, it's beautiful, it's enjoyable. Eddie and Matchroom, they've done an amazing job with the setup, letting people be comfortable, and ticks all the boxes.
You mentioned you're obviously here for Ellie Scotney. She's got a reputation of being a great athlete, a great fighter, and a lot of potential. Quite a reserved and shy character, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got a beautiful character. You're right. I'd say a little bit camera shy, a little bit reserved, but come fight night, she unleashes the beast. But a lot of balance. She got a very, very beautiful, true, sincere character. Especially if you know her, you know what I mean. She's hard. It's hard not to get along with her.
She made a debut a couple of months ago against Beck Connolly. Beck's obviously been around and fought Rachel Ball, Terry Harper, and some of the top names in the ladies' division there. So, how did you assess her performance? And did you go back in the gym saying we've got a lot of things, or there are things that we need to improve on?
I think the biggest critic of Ellie Scotney is Ellie herself, and Ellie's always harsh on herself. I don't think you could have asked anything more for a debut. I know she was a bit on the whole, I wanted the stoppage, and she wanted the knockout and the stoppage and all the rest of it, but it was an amazing fight, action-packed, knocked down. Are you with me? It was excellent. And having Brother Adam look over everything and what game plan is and what things he feels fighters should be working on, and that's what we're there doing. We're there trying to improve the fighters for anything that they put against tomorrow.
She's out obviously in less than 48 hours time. What can we see in Ellie Scotney on Saturday? What are we going to see that we haven't seen in her first fight?
You're going to see Tyson. You're going to see the Tyson from Catford. That's on the rise. But I think she definitely brings entertainment. She brings a lot of fire, smoke to the table, and she's going to do that. She's got beautiful technical abilities. The way her body operates, and I'm saying as is, even for a female, I'm saying she's going to shock a whole heap of people.
We're saying look forward to it. Huzaifah, before I talk about some of the other fighters in the gym, what's kind of your role in the gym now? I know you've done previous interviews where you've elaborated a little bit, but with Adam, we don't really see Adam a lot on the pads. We normally see yourself a lot on the pads, Charlie on the pads. I know you attempted to have a professional career as well. Not sure how long that lasted, or are there any intentions of you going back into boxing and fighting? But what's your kind of main role now, part of Team Adam?
So we've got an agreement at the moment that the winner out of Glowacki and Okoli will have to fight me. No, I'm joking. Yeah. No. So Adam's always obviously overrunning everything all the time. That's what it is. We're one team, me, Charlie and Adam. Brother Adam's overlooking everything. I think before, where we was assisting Adam, I think Adam's given us our head coach roles to take care of our fighters, to take care of the fighters, and it's more now taking care of the day-to-day coaching roles in the gym, especially for the rest of the fighters. Adam would always have obviously his hands involved with everything, but I'm saying that especially with Mick and Josh, he's specifically taking care of them, and we'll have our hands taking care of the rest of the fighters. Good fighters, beautiful fighters in the gym. I mean fighters you can work with. The future of boxing in the gym. Ellie, Shannon, Harlem, Abbas Barrow, Ryan Martin in the gym now. So some strong names.
Josh Kelly was out a couple of weeks ago, had a devastating loss against David Avanesian. Firstly, how is Josh and how has he taken the loss?
Josh is good. And how we know Josh is good is because life has to go on. You with me? He's not beating himself up about anything at the moment and all the rest of it. And I think when he's ready and in the right time, I think he'll address everything. Losses happen in boxing. People bounce back. Are you with me? It's the fight game. Anything can happen fight night. Anything can happen leading up to fight night. Are you with me? It's the fight game. But like I said, slowly, what I hope to see, inshallah, one day is that this whole culture of losses in boxing needs to kind of die out. Losses don't matter, and I'm saying that it's good when you look at like the whole MMA side of things, right? They don't care about losses. It doesn't matter. Losses don't mean nothing, yeah, and it shouldn't mean that. And I know there's this culture to always protect the win and protect the L's and this, that, and the other. But sooner or later, that era will die out, and you'll have fighters for what they are, with all these other pressures of losing your L and this, that, and the other. We'll go. But Josh is good.
Well, there's quite a bit of rivalry between both camps. We saw that last time when the fight was supposed to happen last year before the pandemic. We saw a bit of uproar during fight week as well. Did all of that play into Josh's kind of downfall on the night, or did he look at the fact that he had been inactive for a period of time? Did any of that come into factor?
No, I think. Look, thank God we come from a beautiful stable. Come from a strong stable. Are you with me? We're not talking about people that don't know what they're doing, don't know what we're getting ourselves into. There's no regrets for anything that we line ourselves up for. And like I said, it's the fight game. Anything can happen. It could be 101 things that play into a factor, and people will always make their speculation of was it this, was it that. It just wasn't our night. That's it. It just wasn't our night.
This is the last one I'll ask you on Josh here. People were saying he looked weight trained. He should move up. Eddie Hearn has come out now and said himself, I'd like to see Josh Kelly move up in weight. Could you just comment on that?
Not really. Like I said, we got. We're not questioning the experience that's in our camp. Are you with me? And surely no one would question the experience and the people that run the stable. There's no questioning that. So, is there a weight issue? No, I don't think so. There's not a weight issue. Was there any issues making weight? In fact, if you ask camp, they understand there's no issues. But like I said, it just wasn't our night that night. And inshallah, moving forward, plenty more wins to come. Are you with me? We don't know.
A couple of weeks away, you'll be back again in a bubble. Shannon Courtenay, Ebony Bridges was announced this week, and it's going to be for the world title. There was quite a bit of criticism online. I don't know if you saw about people saying, why are these two individuals being given a world title shot? I think it's the WBA, top of my head, because of their lack of fighting durable fighters. Any comments?
Well, number one, as you know, like, look, the pond of female fighters is very, very, very small, right? The pond of female fighters is very, very, very small. So even to find matchups and find females that are willing to fight, as hard as it is, let alone finding the right type of fighters, the right type of people, the right type of matchups. And you've got to take your hats off to Matchroom, being and Eddie, being the only ones that are kind of really holding it down for women's boxing, right? And shout out Boxing Booth, because we've got two of the best. We've got two of the best within their divisions. Females that are willing to put it all on the line, right? They put their nail polish aside and put the gloves on, and they're getting it on. And I think that's kind of harsh on Shannon, because look at Shannon's fight. Shannon ain't had no easy fights. In fact, most of Shannon's fights used to just had everyone trying to come out and take off her head within the first 30 seconds. So no, this is her time. She deserves that world title shot. Are you with me? And anything that's in her way, we will always try to push for her to just knock them to one side. That's what the goal is, and that's what we want. We want world titles. We want world titles. The work she's been putting in, Charlie's been putting in. Are you with me? It's a lot of work that's gone into Shannon. So God willing, she'll get the W, and we'll bring a world title home, baby.
An update, Mick Conlan. When can we expect to see him back in the ring?
Mick Conlan, baby, King of New York. He's the man. He's the man. So inshallah, here in May, inshallah, he should be out. Are you with me? And yeah, that's always exciting. I mean, that's always exciting from camp time to fight week to everything. That's just a whole storm within itself, and very excited for Mick, man. Very, very excited to Mick. Like I said, he's a brother. He's a brother before anything else. You know what I mean? He's a beautiful person, man. Him, his family, everything, and inshallah, massive things to come this year, next year. Are you with me? Inshallah. So let's wait on May.
Harlem Eubank, we saw him out late last year, I believe it was. Great performance in a tough fight, and he was voted, I think, on the MTK best, most improved fighter of the year. So he's still young and he's still learning, and he's only going to get a lot better.
I think the boxing world's kind of sleeping on the potential smoke that can come from Harlem Eubank, right? And this is for him to start that hype. But what I'm saying is that there's some significant names, Conor Ben, and there's some serious names in the division that it could all pop off for British boxing. Are you with me? And I know, whilst all this is going on, there's a lot of work going on behind closed doors. Are you with me? He's improving. There's no one like Harlem. Harlem's literally a student of knowledge. He's there to learn, and he wants to learn and drills over again and again and again in the gym. So, God willing, big things happening for him as well. I will see what Brother Adam and MTK put up together, and hopefully he'll be out soon.
Just finally, I know you're a boxing man, you love your boxing. We had a detailed discussion, moments off camera. Next week, Dillian Whyte tries to avenge that defeat to Alexander Povetkin. It's not happening in the UK, it's obviously taking place in Gibraltar. What are your thoughts on the fight? Can Dylan pull it off?
Yeah, I like Dylan, man, and I think Dylan can pull it off. I think your character plays a lot into boxing, obviously, and I'm saying having a consistent attitude and consistent character plays a lot into who turns up fight night. Are you with me? Slip-ups happen, as that we was talking about before. Sometimes it's not your night, but I 100% feel in my gut feeling that Dylan won't let the same mistake happen again. And it's hats off to Dylan. He's going over to my man's hometown, and he'll do the job there, hold it down for the Brits. And South London.
Where you're from?
Where I'm from. Shout out South London, old Croydon, mate.
Shout out South London. Huzaifah, all the best Saturday night with Ellie Scotney. Hopefully both fighters come out safe at the end of the night, whoever wins or loses, and I'm sure we'll catch up probably after the fight.
Rosa, thank you very much, bro. I feel I need to get you out more often, bro. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, there's something nice about you. You know what I'm saying? Not in a... Yeah,
appreciate the kind words. Huzaifah Iqbal, IFL TV, thank you very much.